How fascinating is this aspect for you?
So it's extremely fascinating. Like you said, especially that scene where she says, "Ab jao palat do duniya." If you notice the lines, they're very heavy lines. Jao palat do duniya. When I first auditioned at the casting agency, my one and only question to this person was, did she become what she wanted to become? Did she clear her PCS? And his answer was yes. And for me, that was a very big moment because that attracted me to the character that much more.
What are the sort of actors that you've grown up on?
While I was growing up, now when I look back, all my favorite films happen to be Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum, Kal Ho Na Ho. And I realized, oh, they're all Shah Rukh Khan films and they're all apparently Dharma films. I think Shah Rukh sir has I don't know how, but he's managed to gain this kind of love from people, which is so much more deeper than, oh, he's a good actor or he's a superstar. These things that he does.
One thing you wish people knew about you?
Okay, I mean, there's a lot. Nobody knows anything really, but...
Vidhu Vinod Chopra, the director, Vidhu Vinod Chopra, the editor.
Vidhu Vinod Chopra, sir, everything.
All-time favorite Bollywood actor apart from Shah Rukh Khan?
It's Shah Rukh sir only. Why are we excluding him?
Dream director that you like to work with?
Sanjay Leela Bhansali, sir.
Netflix or Prime Video?
OTT.
Anything that you'd like to say to Vidhu Vinod Chopra that you haven't said yet?
There's a lot I want to say to sir. There's a lot I've already said to sir. बांसुरी हाथों से जो कहे तुम नजर से बोलो ना. Hi, this is Medha Shankar and you're watching Connect Cine with Faridoon. Stay connected.
Medha, welcome on Connect Cine.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
Alright, बहुत ही कमाल का आपका परफॉर्मेंस है 12th फेल में और मुझे लगता है दुनिया भर से आपको तारीफें आपको मिल रही है. मैं आपको बताना चाहूँगा यहाँ पर कनाडा में बहुत से लोगों ने देखा है और एवरीवन नोज यू और बहुत ही आप people are absolutely I think moved by the maturity that you have displayed at such a young age.
Thank you, sir.
ये जो एक आपने maturity level आपने जो display किया है वो कहाँ से आता है? I've been watching your interviews about your parents and the fact that you've done your MA and academically inclined family. तो ये कुछ एक mixture वहाँ से आपको मिला है?
So maturity, I would say it's the life that I've led. It probably comes from there. It's just, I mean, the kind of struggles I've seen in my life. It's probably from there. But yeah, there is a bit of sensitivity and maturity that I have brought to Shraddha, I think, is what everybody's telling me. And I'm glad that it's resonating with people.
Right. जिस तरीके से आप कहती हैं I love you और वो बंदा भागता है उसके बाद में. And I think it's one of the most beautiful, I think, romantic moments maybe in the longest time that I personally seen. Did you really find this fascinating that बहुत सी I think subtle तरीके से भी आप impact जोड़ सकते हैं जब वो लव लेटर पढ़ता है और वो विल यू मैरी मी अगर तुम चाहे आटे की चक्की में काम करो या फिर तुम जो भी करो तो वो भी उसका जो एक impact होता है that as an audience it just completely moves you. How fascinating is this aspect for you?
So it's extremely fascinating. Like you said, especially that scene where she says, "Ab jao palat do duniya." If you notice the lines, they're very heavy lines. Jao palat do duniya. So if performed just a little bit in a more extra manner, it could have looked dramatic, right? So sir and we tried to underplay it in that sense, and I think somehow it's worked beautifully because it's resonated. That scene specifically, like you said, has resonated with so many people, and it's so beautifully shot by sir that it's in such a subtle, normal, nice way. This proposal has happened, and then he starts running. So I really like how that scene has come out. And so most of the scenes, like you said, they're very beautifully written. And always, like Vidhu sir always told me, like the character Shraddha, she's not a very hyper or extroverted person in that sense. She's very internal. So if you see Shraddha, she's not going to scream when she's angry. She's not going to burst out crying when she's upset. And she's not going to scream that I love you when she wants to tell you that I love you. She's very internal and very restrained as a person. And that's what I've tried to portray on screen. And that's how the treatment of the scenes have been done, has been done by Vidhu sir. Like you said, the letter also. It's, you see the shot that you see that letter imprinted on Manoj's face. And then there's background music, and then it's very subtly done. And I think that's added a lot of value and texture to the love story, which seems so pure when you watch it on screen.
मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि आई थिंक कोई भी जो किरदार होता है वो अगर वो यूनिलैटरल है और उसमें अगर कुछ उतार चढ़ाव नहीं है तो वो मुझे लगता है कि थोड़ा सा प्रिडिक्टेबल अगर हो जाए तो फिर उसमें मज़ा नहीं आता है. यहाँ तो वो दिल तोड़ देती है.
जी.
So that element of gray shade to it, that gives it an element of unpredictability. Yeah. And in the sense कि वो तो कभी भी कुछ भी और भी हो सकता है, in the sense which makes it very fascinating, which makes it you're looking forward to it, what will be her next move. And so she's not a second fiddle. Yeah. She's not playing a second fiddle. She's not being the pati vrata or boyfriend vrata nari. She's having a mind of her own. She attains success first, and then she supports him, which makes, personally, I thought that was progressive and interesting as well.
Yes, sir. I must tell you something that when I first auditioned at the casting agency, which was the first time I was auditioning for this project, when the casting director was briefing me, and casting directors have a very small brief, initially, and when they briefed me about this character, and they were telling me that she helps him become this person, and my one and only question to this person was, did she become what she wanted to become? Did she clear her PCS? And his answer was yes. And for me, that was a very big moment, because that attracted me to the character that much more. Because, we have always seen that there's a woman behind every man's success. But what about the woman's success? If she has dreams, which in this case, Shraddha had dreams, right? So I'm just really happy that she achieved her dream along with Manoj achieving his. Like you said, she's a person of her own. She's not just a romantic interest. She's a woman of substance. She has nerves of steel. She's so strong that she achieves her own dream, and she gives the courage to Manoj and strength and belief to him to achieve his. Which I think it's one of the beautiful portrayals of a woman in recent times.
Right. और वो जिस तरीके से जब वो मसूरी आते हैं और वो बोलती हैं कि तेरा फ़ोन देना, एंड फिर जो पॉज है उसके बाद फिर वो कहते हैं कि दीदी ने कहा है कि आप चले जाइए. और मुझे लगता है कि आई थिंक बहुत बार इंसान की जो कामयाबी में दिल टूटना भी जो है वो बहुत ज़रूरी होता है, बिकॉज उससे भी मोटिवेशन शायद मिलता है बहुत अच्छा. I think that aspect was pretty interesting as well. Yes. एक डायलॉग है कि that अंदर के अंधेरे से लड़ो. देखिए, बहुत से जो यंगस्टर्स हैं और बहुत से जो एस्पायरिंग एक्टर्स होते हैं, उनको फेम तो चाहिए, लेकिन वो शायद, मैं सबको नहीं कह रहा हूँ, लेकिन मैंने बहुत से एक्टर्स, एस्पायरिंग एक्टर्स साथ में इंटरेक्ट किया है. Many have approached me and I realized that they don't want to work on the craft. वो पढ़ना नहीं चाहते हैं. जब तक आपके अंदर एक वो गहराई नहीं है, तो वो डायलॉग जो आपने पढ़ा है कि अंदर के अंधेरे से लड़ो, वो उस ऑर्गेनिकली मुझे लगता है कि शायद नहीं आ सकता जब तक आपके अंदर वो एक ऊर्जा नहीं हो, एक ज्वाला नहीं हो. जो आपने काम किया है अपने ऊपर काफ़ी सालों, और जो स्ट्रगल्स भी रहे हैं, स्पेशली पैंडेमिक के टाइम पर आपने घर पे बैठ के आपने सेल्फ टेस्ट भी आपने करे हैं, वो स्ट्रगल और जो आपने एक इंटेलेक्चुअल लेवल पे अपने ऊपर काम किया, हाउ मच हैज इट बेनिफिटेड यू in portraying that element of intelligence that this character required?
So I feel the person that you are, you bring so much of that to the character that you play. It always does happen. Right. For example, if people see an element of sensitivity in Shraddha, that comes from the sensitivity that Medha has. Or if there is some sense of maturity that they see, there is a lot of me in that, right? For example, if two actors are given the same script to read, they will perceive and interpret the same scene differently based on their level of emotional intelligence, right? And I personally feel emotional intelligence is a very crucial element in an actor's life, because at the end of the day, that's what we're portraying. We're trying to understand the emotion, the human emotion, interpersonal relationships, and present that on screen as authentically as possible. I personally feel the life that I have led has really shaped the person that I am. the 5-6 years I've been in Bombay after completing my master's. And this, it's not easy. Like, I don't want to go into that. Everybody knows it's not easy to make it as an actor when you come from outside. But that has really shaped me. 2020, I always mention that year because that year was a very difficult year for everybody for various reasons. And for actors, especially who were just starting out, because it was very scary at that point. But I used that year as a year of absolute transformation. Even though it was one of the most difficult years of my life, it was also one of the best years of my life because that year I just shut my doors. I was at it every single day working on my craft. And like you just said, that people want fame, and I'm not sure, like I can't say about other people, but I can speak for myself. For me, when I came to Bombay, I deeply, truly fell in love with the craft of acting. For me, the peripherals were not very important, ever. For me, I didn't want to become an actor because, oh, there's money, oh, there's glamour, I will look so pretty, I will get so much attention, I will wear nice clothes. It was never about that. For me, I wanted to become an actor because I knew this is what I'm born to do. This is what I'm meant to do. This is my happy place. So my focus has always been to hone my craft as an actor and also at the same time keep working on myself as a person, because I think an actor and the person that you are, it always goes hand in hand. It's never separate.
Absolutely. Okay, now you're a trained Indian classical singer as well. आपकी singing के बहुत fans आपके हो चुके हैं. Now, जब आप classical singing जब आप सीखते हैं, तो classical singing में या classical dance, उसमें भाव बहुत important है. भाव को समझना बहुत important है कि भाव क्या है, emotions क्या है. How much your classical music training has contributed in you being a good actor?
So music is a very integral part of my life in general. Even when things go haywire in my life and I'm thinking too much and I'm just very stressed out, I do resort to singing, just sitting down and singing, and it brings a sense of calm. It centers me. And in acting, I will tell you, every character that I play, it always has a playlist that I listen to. Like Shraddha's character had a playlist. That was what, in my opinion, what Shraddha would listen to, which includes songs that I think Shraddha would like and the sort of love songs that related to Shraddha and Manoj's love story as per me. So that would be like a source of, inspiration in that sense. So all of my characters have a playlist. Music helps in that way. And I also feel that, music is rhythm. And similarly, I feel every human being has a certain rhythm to them. For example, a very excited 15-year-old kid is very quick. Their rhythm is very tuck, 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 right? As compared to a 35-year-old person who's a lot more calmer, a lot more relaxed. So their beats are slower. So I include sort of that understanding of rhythm also to my characters. That Shraddha, I know, she's a calm person, she's a collected person. So her whole demeanor is going to be at a certain pace. And if I'm playing an Ishwari, which I don't know if you know about, I played a 16-year-old tomboyish girl in Telpekara.
Yes.
So her pace is very tuck, tuck, tuck. So I think in that sense also I incorporate music into my character. So I think music or any form of art, in fact, does contribute, and they all collectively play together.
Absolutely. परसों मैं आपके इंस्टाग्राम पे मैं था तो 1.3 मिलियन फॉलोअर्स थे, आज 1.5 है. ये एक आई थिंक अनप्रेसिडेंटेड सी आई थिंक पॉपुलैरिटी वेव को आप इस वक्त आते हैं और जमाना लगा हुआ है आपको नेशनल क्रश बनाने में. So how do you look at this I think unreal sort of popularity that is coming your way and so much of interest which is there that is coming in your way right now?
Sir, it's absolutely surreal. I'm so grateful for all the love that's coming in from everywhere. Social media, for the longest time, since the OTT release, especially I would say, 12th Fail and all of us have been trending on Twitter and Instagram and where not. And it's not stopping. Like it just gets better and bigger every single day. So I'm very grateful. For the first 10 days, so I was always on my phone trying to say thank you and message thank you to every single person I could. Yeah, I don't know. I'm very grateful, sir. The kind of, it's not just the appreciation on social media, so to say, it's the It's the deep level of love and respect that each of us is getting. It's one thing for a film to do really well. Oh, this actress is so pretty. I really like her dresses. But then this is a little deeper. This love is a little deeper than that. It's like, oh, what a good acting, yaar. And then I like, the character is so good. The film is so good. This film has motivated us. This film has moved us. So when that happens, you feel that much more happy. Ki yaar, we sort of managed to make a change in somebody's life on a deeper level. And so that I feel is the biggest gift.
Right. And I think 1.2 million followers on Instagram in a week's time, which is I think absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you, sir.
मैं आपके Instagram में आपको देख रहा था and I saw certain आपके जो modern look में भी आपके जो certain pictures है. So I'm pretty confident that you can fit into various roles. It's not mainly because बहुत बार एक bracketing हो जाता है कि that girl next door, and that is something that people tend to do that. But I because देखिए बहुत बार जो मुझे आपके as an actor जो एक बहुत interesting चीज़ लग रही है कि एक economy of emotions है. You're not trying to portray too much on your face. So which is I think always a sign of a good and confident actor, that you know what you're trying to do with your, say for example, with your eyes, for example, or the way you're looking, which is a fantastic thing to have. Are you keen to do as many variety of roles, or would you want to be in a way played safe? And I'm sure hundreds of girl next door, intelligent girl roles will be coming your way as well. So what would be your game plan from here on?
So I do like to challenge myself as an actor. Like you said, sometimes you do get bracketed into a certain role. I don't want that to happen because then it becomes boring. Like okay, people have seen you do this, then let's show them something else that they're not expecting. So that's the joy of being an actor. So I would like to do various kinds of roles, all different from each other. I hope I get those kind of roles. And like you said, I do have a modern look also. For the longest time, sir, I would only get called for auditions where I was playing this urban girl, silver spoon in the mouth, and college heartthrob. So much so that I got fed up that, listen, give me a character that's not just that. Give me a character that has a little more meat to her. So I don't think people, just because this girl is a very simple, sweet, middle-class person, I don't think people will bracket me in that sense. They would love me in that character, but I think there is a lot of scope to play urban characters and all other characters also.
And if I'm sure that you must be getting invitations to speak at various forums about say real life Shraddha, and at the same time the importance of being a good motivator and in someone else's life, and yet retaining one's own identity. Would you be exploring if such opportunities came your way?
So honestly, I've played a character, that Shraddha Joshi. Actually, the real motivator is ma'am. It's really not me. People, because I've played that character, people expect me to also be as incredible as Shraddha ma'am, sir, which I'm not. I don't think I've reached a place just yet where I am in a position where I'm imparting knowledge to other people or I'm motivating other people. I don't think I've reached that place yet. Hopefully I will in the future. But until then, I will just give interviews and talk about my work.
Okay, what are the sort of actors that you've grown up on?
So I've always loved watching films, but I'll be very honest, I truly fell in love with watching films after school, which is pretty late. Right. And then in hindsight, when I always looked back, I realized that I was the biggest Shah Rukh Khan fan. So while I was growing up, now when I look back, all my favorite films happen to be Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum, Kal Ho Na Ho. And I realized, they're all Shah Rukh Khan films and they're all apparently Dharma films. So now I tell myself, okay, as a child, I really liked Shah Rukh sir, and clearly I like Dharma. Now my knowledge of films is pretty vast, but growing up, yes, you can say, I truly, truly love Shah Rukh sir. Even today, yes.
And I think he's extremely respectful towards women, and he's made a very, I think, women-oriented sort of film in Jawan. And I was speaking to Tapsee the other day, and Tapsee's name comes first in
Is
Dalki.
it? How lovely. How lovely.
Yeah, so he has this policy that the names of his heroines will come before him. Same with Deepika as well. So that's what he has been
How
doing for some
sweet.
time.
So, and I must add this, that I think Shah Rukh sir has I don't know how, but he's managed to gain this kind of love from people, which is so much more deeper than, oh, he's a good actor or he's a superstar. These things that he does. Like, you love him as a person. Like, I'm speaking for myself. When I see his interviews, I'm just mesmerized with the things that he's saying. Just these small little things. And I'm like a massive, massive Shah Rukh sir fan.
Okay, and from your interviews, I gather that you don't mind exploring maybe direction at some stage or writing at some stage as well.
Which interview have I said this in?
In the sense, you said that you would love to be a part of movies in one capacity or another, if it comes to being a filmmaker.
It's like, I would definitely want to write. I have written something, but I mean, of course, it's like, I can't really talk about it because, of course, it's just a very small thing that I personally did. But I think that question was, if not an actor, what? I think it's that question. And my answer probably was, if I wasn't an actor, I would definitely be in the world of cinema, doing something maybe behind the camera, becoming a filmmaker, becoming a writer or something. But I would definitely be telling stories for sure.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And do you find these times to be extremely interesting because there's a big screen, for example, that you guys have trailblazed in a way, because 2023 has been a year when big films, they've done well in the cinema halls, and 12th Fail breaks that mold, and I think it opens doors for so many more smaller films that can literally aspire, because you guys have become like a super hit as far as cinema hall is concerned as well. And then there's OTT. Some fantastic work is happening in the OTT space as well. Even on Instagram, you can put a reel and that can completely go viral. So do you find it a very fascinating time to be in?
Yes, sir, absolutely. It's a wonderful time for creators in general. Whatever creator you are, whether you're putting a singing video or a dancing video or making comedy content, or you're making films, small films, short films for OTT, cinema, wherever. If it's a good quality work, it will get audience. And that's what any artist really wants, for their work to be seen by people. Whatever number of people can see it, and seen by people and appreciated by people. So I think with OTT and just social media in general, it's opened up so many avenues for creators, even especially I would say with OTT. Of course, now I've gotten this film, massive film, but even before that, because of the OTTs, coming in, so much work started to happen. So many OTT platforms are there. It's given work to writers, directors, actors, every single person. So I think it's a beautiful time for anybody who wants to get into the industry. Yeah, and like you said, our film, so to say, was not like a like conventional commercial cinema film, right? But it did so well. So I think if the intent is right and a good film is made, it will find its audience.
And this interview with a quick rapid fire with you, please.
Oh wow, okay, sir.
All right. If you can describe your character in 12th Fail in a word.
Inspiring.
One thing that you can relate yourself as far as Shraddha Joshi is concerned.
Character. Strength of character.
Vikrant Massey in a hashtag.
Phenomenal.
You have sung Bolo Na in 12th Fail. If you have to pick one of the following actresses to sing a cover for this song, who would that be? Alia Bhatt, Parineeti Chopra, Priyanka Chopra, Shraddha Kapoor.
Parineeti Chopra.
Okay. One thing you wish people knew about you.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot. Nobody knows anything really, but I don't know that I'm a funny person.
Okay. Vidhu Vinod Chopra, the director. Vidhu Vinod Chopra, the editor.
Vidhu Vinod Chopra, sir, everything.
Okay. All-time favorite Bollywood actor apart from Shah Rukh Khan.
Oh, it's Shah Rukh sir only. Why are we excluding him? All-time favorite is
Because you've
him.
already spoken about it.
Okay. I would say Alia Bhatt. Alia Bhatt, I would say Alia Bhatt.
Okay. If you could switch lives with any movie character, who would that be and why?
Wow. Will Smith's Pursuit of Happiness. The reason, because it's my favorite film on the planet.
Okay. If you could invite 3 celebrities to dinner, who would that be?
Shah Rukh sir, Kareena Kapoor, Vidhu sir.
If you can define following actors in a word, how will you do that? Ranbir Kapoor in a word.
Charming.
Ranveer Singh.
Full of energy.
Vicky Kaushal.
Army man.
Ayushmann Khurrana.
Great singer.
Rajkumar Rao.
Great actor.
Tiger Shroff.
Great dancer.
Okay. Dream director that you like to work with?
Sanjay Leela Bhansali sir.
Okay. Ye ya wo, either or, if you have to choose one from the 2 options. Singing ya acting?
Acting.
High heels ya sneakers?
Sneakers.
Netflix ya Prime Video?
OTT.
Okay. Cheap meal ya diet?
Cheap meal.
Okay. Reading reviews ya ignoring criticism?
Reading reviews.
Method acting ya intuitive performance?
Intuitive.
Vintage ya modern fashion?
Vintage classic.
Film awards ya strong performance?
Strong performance. Which will be followed by awards. Hoping.
But I think it's being said that you guys, I think you guys deserve, all the awards.
How lovely, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. In fact, I was watching Golden Globes Awards, and there is this category that they're having, that best cinematic and box office performance, and Barbie got an award for that.
Yeah.
So in fact, I tweeted that I think all the big films, they should be getting all this, but the award should be going to 12th film. That's what
How sweet, sir.
Tweeted.
Thank you. I will go and look at that tweet now.
Okay, anything that you'd like to say to Vidhu Vinod Chopra that you haven't said yet?
There's a lot I want to say to sir. There's a lot I've already said to sir. But here publicly, I would like to say that thank you for believing so much in me, sir, for giving me Shraddha, and for giving me this life-changing film. And I'm forever indebted to you. And yeah, deepest love, respect, and gratitude to you forever and ever. I'm Team BCF for life.
And finally, to your father, because I believe he has been a great support for you, especially during tough times.
Yeah.
What is that one message that you'd like to give to your father?
Papa, I couldn't have done this without you. Thank you.
What's his name?
Medha Shankar.
Medha Shankar, fantastic. Okay, and Medha, could you, I'm sure that everyone wants you to sing. Could you sing a couple of lines for us, please?
Sure, sir. बांसुरी हाथों से जो कहे तुम नजर से बोलो ना तितलियां जो फूलों से कहे तुम नजर से बोलो ना हौले से बोलो ना चुपके से बोलो ना हाँ बोलो ना बोलो भी बोलो ना. Thank you, sir.
Fantastic. And once again, Swanand has written the lyrics, and these words have layered meaning to it, and I think one needs to understand that when you're singing that, and I think that has come across very nicely. So, Medha, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
And all the best wishes for all your future ventures. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Faridoon, sir. Lovely chatting with you. Thank you.